Welcome back, everybody. Today, I'm going to teach you how to create sandboxes in Salesforce. Sandboxes are isolated environments where you can test configurations, develop new features, and train users without affecting your live production data, making them essential for safe development and testing. First, navigate to Setup from your main Salesforce page. You'll find the gear icon in the upper right corner of your screen. Click on it and select Setup from the drop-down menu. This takes you to the administrative hub where you can manage all your Salesforce settings and configurations. Once you're in Setup, head over to Environments, then click on Sandboxes in the left sidebar. If you're having trouble locating it, use the Quick Find box at the top of the sidebar and type Sandboxes. This search feature makes navigating Salesforce's extensive setup menu much faster and easier. When you reach the Sandboxes page, click the New Sandbox button at the top. This initiates the sandbox creation process and opens up the configuration wizard. Now you'll need to give your sandbox a name. In the name field, type a short, descriptive name like DevBox or TestEnded. Keep it concise since this name helps you and your team quickly identify the sandbox's purpose. Next, fill in the description field with a brief explanation of what this sandbox will be used for. While this step is optional, it's highly recommended because it helps team members understand the sandbox's purpose at a glance, especially in organizations with multiple sandboxes. Make sure the Create from dropdown is set to production. This ensures your sandbox is based on your current production environment, giving you an accurate testing ground. Now scroll down to the Sandbox License section. Here you'll see different license types like Developer, Developer Pro, Partial Copy, or Full. Click Next in the license box you want to use. Keep in mind you can only select licenses that are available in your organization. On the Sandbox Options page, you'll need to choose your data storage size. Click either 200 MB or 400 MB under data storage, depending on your needs. If your organization has larger storage options available, select the one that fits your requirements. You'll see an Apex class field, but leave this blank unless you've been specifically instructed to use a particular Apex class for sandbox setup or post-copy operations. Most standard sandbox creations don't require this. For sandbox access, you can leave it as is. If your organization requires specific access controls, you can create and assign a public group later, but this won't block your sandbox creation now. Finally, click Create at the bottom of the Sandbox Options page. Salesforce will now begin building your sandbox, and you'll receive an email notification when it's ready to use. You've now initiated the creation of a Salesforce sandbox where you can safely test and develop without risking your production environment. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.